Kingdra Steve coming out? It is Kingdra Steve. This is a new character.
I know Amare.
Yeah, I know Kingdra as a Palu player and as a Mario player. So Steve is a new
Makes
pick.
sense.
But honestly, I mean,
I thought low-key Kingdra might have had a Pikachu, but maybe I'm confusing him with someone else.
Yeah, I mean, I just switch mains too, so like you can.
Understandable.
Like it doesn't really matter who you play in this game as long as you're having fun. Like go right ahead.
Yeah. Well, that Joker main was like Joker needs more gimmicks, man, and I think Wolf probably the same, so it makes sense that you'd switch off him.
Yeah.
Clearly not good enough in the meta.
Exactly. Wolf is like a bottom 3 character, so.
Whoa. Let's not do any disservices to me brawler, me sword fighter, and of course Inkling. Although Inkling got buffed.
I think we're overstating. I think we're actually overstating. I think Wolf's just the worst character. I think Wolf's negative first in the game.
Impressive.
Yeah, like.
Is that what happens when you hold the tier list upside down?
Like I, as a person, like am a better character in Smash than Wolf.
The things that look good any direction are that snake up tilt on a landing, and that's going to take us an early King Destruct, despite Deus Amare taking kind of a lot of damage.
That's actually true, and I've heard a lot of Steve Mans say they don't maybe it's just Mirai. I'm not really sure, but I know Mirai doesn't like this matchup.
Yeah, Mirai hates this matchup. I think a lot of Steve Mans are like it's a roughly even. Early air dodge there could be real bad here, and it was.
Yep.
You probably wanted to burn a double jump there, or just not drift, you know?
The thing against Steve
is speaking of early stock.
All right. But the thing
I feel like that's like the Disco Classic, except the Disco Classic is actually blowing yourself up like that. He just Deus Amare just discoed them both.
I think the thing with Steve is you have to be very careful when you burn your resources off stage, which is why we saw that.
Fun fact, by the way, the crafting table I believe is immune to all projectiles, which means that C4 detonate actually does not hit the crafting table, to my knowledge.
Okay. Interesting.
But like limit blade beam won't hit crafting table, but I can limit cross slash crafting table. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we're seeing like Amare is off to a this lead is basically like I don't want to say it, but it's definitely doable for Steve.
Yeah, Steve is a character with enough X factor to make any comeback, but this is really hard because Snake, you have to if you drop into your combo, Snake's got that frame 1B button.
Exactly.
Where, yeah, you don't. Sometimes it's a frame 1 disadvantage extender, as people call it, but it doesn't matter when you're up 2 stocks to 1 and at lower percent, right? Like next stock, you'll gladly take 10% to send Steve almost into a blast zone.
Yeah. Something that Failbot does that not a lot of Steves do that I've seen, to be honest, is he like throws minecarts at people off stage. Like he like rides the minecart out there and then he jumps out of it at the last possible second to cover them jumping over the minecart.
Interesting.
Which is something that a lot of Steve players
not yet. Percent's really actually very slightly too low for that to confirm. That was not a drop. That was just not there. But that's not a drop.
Okay.
There's like a decimal percent, like people say 160, right?
Yeah.
It's actually something like 159.7 or something. Someone was like, it's actually a weird decimal.
That actually explains a lot, because I see a lot of Snake bands go for instead of pummeling all the way to 160, they'll go for the down throw when I see it at 159.
Yeah, I believe it's like 159x is the value you need to down throw.
That makes sense then.
I believe it has to be pre-throw, but it might be post-throw. I might be crazy. It might be that you can actually down throw at like 155 and get it.
I've seen, does Snake down throw do damage?
Yes.
Okay.
And Brawl it did like 12 and was the only way to tech chase really, so it was super annoying.
Okay.
At least according to a lot of Brawl vets who didn't like fighting Snake. You know?
How much does it do in this game, do you know?
I want to say it's like 8, maybe less.
Okay. That sounds about right, yeah.
It's not much, but it's enough.
Any throws you can get?
Because in Brawl, I think there was also a bit of a choking sound as he laid him down.
That's true.
Because it was like an MGS reference, right, where he sneaks up behind a guard, gets the grab, and then just kind of cracks her neck or whatever.
I know for the most part, any throws you can get follow-ups off tend to do less damage because of the follow-ups associated with them. But
I will say this, even though Apollo Kage is cracked at this matchup, I generally think this matchup is going to be easier for Paolo than it is for Steve. Maybe they're both still quote-unquote even, but Steve has to know more. But
I have some experience from the Paolo side of this matchup. I played against Disco a little bit with Paolo Snake, and it's
Disco's a unique breed as well, very aggressive, so it's going to be different.
It's fine, honestly.
If Snake is going to camp real hard, Explosive Flame and Auto Reticle are both great at dealing with projectiles, and you can blow them up with your shield, I think.
Yeah, but
I think even back air, the Snake hit him, and the shield blocks the grenade, right?
Yeah, but the things that you have to know in this matchup are, you have to know juggling Snake is a little bit weird. You have to use back air like when they're up there.
Oh yeah, because up air, you can up air once they've ciphered.
Yeah.
Not before. And the other thing you have to know about this matchup is just being confident hitting short characters. Because as much as Paolo has good anti-projectile capacity, crouching is really hard. Like the reason people say that Pikachu beats Paolo is because Pikachu's really short and has an explosive punish game, and Snake can duck to be short.
Yep. And the thing with the thing with Paolo is her tools to hit short characters are very limited. It's basically forward air,
dash attack maybe.
Dash attack. A lot of characters can crouch under it.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah. Kirby can crouch under landing Paolo back air too, which is funny. But,
Makes sense. Yeah, and the other thing, Pal can still use her projectiles to hit short stuff, but it's not ideal. It's very easy to shield on reaction. So you got to keep the mix-up game there.
If you're in their face, the main things that you use are landing fair, forward tilt, down tilt, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Because forward tilt hits like everywhere. It's huge.
That said, doesn't really matter if Deus Amare isn't crouching much in neutral.
That's true.
And you know, he didn't need to against the Steve, but it might be that there's some like, I'm not ready for this quite yet. Good grenade there. Yeah. I guess that's another thing, is that up air is hard to juggle with because grenade will trade with it and save Snake because of the multi.
I don't really know if I liked Amare burning, like doing double jump out of shield there immediately, because it looked like Kingdra was ready to follow up, but Kingdra dropped.
Sometimes there's a read. Sometimes you're also trying to put yourself in a spot, but not at the time you start. Like, right, if you do the instant double jump, it might be a different position, or you might have missed a wave lane. The other thing in this matchup that's probably really annoying is, except for that back air, it's probably very true that Snake up tilt handles a lot of approaches.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That hit from so far away.
No, I know. Zachary got that on someone once where he like whip punished Palu fair with like a Joker landing fair or something. Yeah. And that was basically the same idea. Snake up tilt, I'd say marginally easier to do that with, but still very impressive spacing from Deus Amare to hit that.
Yeah. I
mean, and that's one of those things where if you can read someone's air drift, you can actually get punishes that look insane because you know where they're going. And that's something a lot of people don't do.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, I thought Amare was maybe going to go for the forward air that we saw in game 1.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what he was is he didn't want to get reversaled by it because he could get spiked. Yeah, very good at back throw. Not yet.
I like that sticky, but yeah, Snake sucks. He's like bottom 3, I think.
I don't know about that.
Bottom
you say
5?
A lot of characters are bottom 3, dude.
Well, I mean, they're all bottom 3. The only good characters are like...
what, Kirby, Ganondorf?
Kirby's good because I don't know how to fight him.
You've seen Peanut. But yeah, that's the one thing, is that Palu's jump in nair is often good in a lot of matchups against tall character. Snake's up tilt is will trade. Yeah, the answer there is either get up attack, roll, and both those options may... Get up attack won't win you that roll, probably does if you get an up tilt.
The thing with get up attack is sometimes if Kingdra releases the up smash soon enough, you get up attack and then you get hit by the up smash anyway.
That can't happen unless either A, Palu up smashes projectile, or B, your get up attack whiffs. Because get up attack in this game, if you don't re-grab a ledge, has enough iframes to always beat something out.
Okay, maybe.
So the thing is if you re-grab ledge, you actually don't have iframes when your hitbox comes out, so you can get trades or lose outright.
Okay.
If ledge re-grabs in this game reduce the intangibility you get on your wake-up option. All of them. And if you re-grab, I believe it's 4 times, all of your options have literal 0 iframes. Like your neutral stand you're just neutral standing as if you were double jumping back on stage. Sticking out that was a really close game for Deus Amare. And Kingdra, the counter pick worked enough, but you got to be careful, right? Because an early fair spike, a down throw up tilt that, you just get grinded out sometimes by Snake if you're not careful.
That's the thing. His damage output is so good on his damage output is so good off stray hits and out of disadvantage.
Yeah, Snake.
That it can be hard for. It can be hard for some characters to really contend with that.
Yeah, Snake does not have particularly long strings for the most part, but in exchange, a lot of your moves just hit hard, even on the sour spots.
Like grenade does 12, doesn't it?
I think it's 10.8, but maybe it's 12.
Okay.
I might be. Maybe that's without the freshness bonus or some junk.
Yeah. Oh.
But see, those situations can be really bad for Snake, where you can stray with grenade, hit him with your move, and keep going.
We're seeing Kingdra really figuring the Snake out right now.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that you're not going to get combos off literally any of his tilts. Maybe you get a landing juggle off the down tilt or up tilt, but you don't want to steal your up tilt. And Deus Amare does not seem to use down tilt much.
Not really. That's the thing. I think
a lot of people will tell you that's Snake's best tilt.
Yeah, I think there are some Snake mains that.
Okay, that was interesting spot dodge read.
There's some Snake mains I think that really undervalue them. I know Disco is not one of them.
Just gets barely behind with that cross-up roll, and that's enough to, like I mentioned, it stuffs out some of Palu's best anti-airs. Besides that back air.
Yeah.
Wow, that would have been like 35 if that back air.
Oh, that would have been a nice tech chase, but the dash tag actually went through.
Yeah. For all my complaints about Snake's, relative lack of combos, he does have the tech chases and some other stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's
not great DI on the E explosive flame. You always DI that away from Palutena when it's going to launch you. But Deus Amare doesn't fall off this time. Doesn't kill though.
Yeah, this is definitely
This is the position Snake wants if you know how to avoid kill moves, because suddenly they start fishing or something silly.
Yeah, I actually really like that option from Kingdra. It's a great mix-up to cover yourself there, and you haven't done it yet. But
by the way, final hit of Explosive Flame is -2 on block.
Yep, it's also much bigger than the rest of the moves, so.
She needs it. But I was just going to say, that's even something if you get the point blank one, you can't actually punish that, even if you're... If you somehow... Yeah, there's not really a move that does it, unless you somehow parry only all the hits or the last hit, and then you can get a Game & Watch up B maybe. But... Great landing there from Deus Amare. You got to take risks sometimes, and he took one that is very annoying to outspace.
Yeah,
stick, but doesn't matter.
Honestly, at that point, I would have just hit it again immediately.
Does the stick dip go away when you respawn, or did Snake get
stuck?
Oh no, it stays on. Okay. Not like Project M. Toss the PM and P+.
I know, yeah.
Ooh, Nair into grenade is 25, so even though you drop this thing, you still get a ton of damage, and another back air off the grenade trade. See, that's the thing that sometimes you grenade at the wrong time, and you just take a ton of damage for it. Yeah, and that's one of those complexities of Snake that a lot of people don't really talk about or notice, because the Snake mains practice all that, right?
Yep. And that's going to be the set.
Goes for an air dodge read, but overruns it, and that gets up tilted.
I have a tire now.
Oh, okay.
You're not even literally surprised. You're just like, yeah, I have a tire. You're just like, okay.
We all could use a spare in our life sometimes.
That's fair enough, yeah.
Deus Amare, though, good showing there against, the Steve. He put the Steve away and then managed to hold his own against the Pal.